Throwing to start here is Tua. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You talk about this Jets defense. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. The Dolphins sit 6-5 now on the year. But Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%. Only because they still have some tough games to come, and keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Well, these two teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier in the season with the Jets winning that ball game. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami. 2nd and 5. And he'll just get rid of it. You talk about this Miami defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
Now back to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 33. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational. Here's Achane to start the drive.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd down, Tua. Gets this to Waller on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down after big yardage. But, folks, there is a flag down, and they're already walking this one back. Now Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Jets will take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now a first carry here for their running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Going up top. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
Now a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. His 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point attempt here still to come. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points. I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Up the middle, Achane. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on third and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
From the gun, it's Tua, escaping the pressure right. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Jets are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Back to throw here. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll have a Jets first down as he gets this up to the 24-yard line.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. He got 29 yards that time. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And he'll get only a couple down to the 44.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Throw caught by Achane. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And this will be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Now inside the 25. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he stopped immediately there. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time of the ball game.
And Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Jets are going to take over here up near the 40. So a second NFL interception for him, and he is looking the part here in year 1.
And normally, partner, you talk about cornerbacks and safeties being the ball hawk type of guys, and they always will be because they'll get more opportunities. But this young man has potential to be a ball hawk from the linebacker position. I think that's why he was drafted as high as he was, and he'll stay on the field on most downs.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the...
And now the rookie's free. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are able to add on to their first half lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play. And now here's another interception. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 49 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. We'll get this up to about the 44.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. A handoff as they run the counter play. He works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Out of the gun now on third down. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down. Now the Jets will call on the field goal unit here. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now a toss right side. HN with it. A strong running. And now off to the races. Down the right side. Inside the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon HN. 62 yards. And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Fights loose. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 78 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. On the tackle there, Zach Sealer out of Ferris State.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd down and 9.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Jets are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And
I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him.
Inside the 20.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Devon Achane, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Dolphins are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
Santos now to add the PAT. And the lead is down to 20. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in Miami, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And he'll have a Jets first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Now he's stripped. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
On 3rd down, Achane. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Boy, 196 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Again, it's Achane.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Tua going to give this to Wright. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
On the handoff, it's Achane.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
They'll go. Achane
going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Well, they knew who to turn to on 4th down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's a surprise because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the first down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the deep.
He's got a man. Complete. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately,
The second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. And they'll give this to Achane. And he's got some space here. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That good for 19 and a first down. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
We got trips over here. Trips over here. There's overload.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. No sign of Tua departing. 4th down. They're going for it. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. Dancing to his left. The ball comes out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They go play action here on 1st down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. Continuing to keep their foot on the gas, and it looks like they're just having fun out there. They're loose, they're free, and they're enjoying what the scoreboard looks like.
I'd have to say I agree with you totally. They're having a blast out there all game long. When they throw the football, they're picking up nice chunks of real estate, significant yardage on just about every throw that they make.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick, and the Dolphins will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. After the turnover, it's Tua. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
On 2nd down, a run by Achane. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. but the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
And I think the ball's out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today when you're in.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead now down to 20. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, CD, this is the ideal situation in the fourth quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock, with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picked.
It's caught inside the 25.
And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
It's a big play that time by the Jets. 45 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught at the 8. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, They certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Giants, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Miami, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we sign off from Miami.